This is Mary Flower again, and I've been working this week trying to get things to local stores, and I want to show you the a few of the fairy notebooks, which I called Made by Fairies, and I wanted to show them to you. Here's the basket of them that I'll be taking there, and I'll take and show you a few at a time here. I used some really funny old clothes for some of this, and I first glued it to this baker's paper right here, and then I shriveled up the edges by using a heat gun like so with this, and then I want to show you kind of what the pages look like. They're all approximately 4 inches by, I think, 8 inches. I basically used old clothing and old things. I wanted it to look like it came right out of the forest. And so I want to show you, they all kind of have a similar look. So I'll just go through these really quick. I have little feathers and funny little things out of a pocket that I've encased a little ivy paper there into wax paper and old book pages. And I wanted to show you some of these. This is made out of cloth, what do you call these, for embroidery. More little tags and things. I wanted it to look like the fairies had collected this stuff and put it in this little book. Little old book pages. I punched the edges to make it look sort of fun. Old maps, pieces of cloth. Places to like old, very old, I think this was like a 1937 piece of paper that was not photocopied. They didn't have it back then. We'd run it through some kind of machine that had ink in it like that. That's the way they used to do it. A lot of little stamps here, sewing. And I'm hoping to make some more of these and put them on eBay for you, but it's been hard getting to things. Someone's original old school work here. And I wanted to just make it look like I said, like the fairies made it. So I called this Made by Fairies. Funny little pieces of things to put in these little pockets that have been sewed with stamps. Old book pages. Different kinds of interesting cloth. I love this piece of cloth. It's beautiful. Little places to write. And if you'll see, this is like an old baker's paper. I found a whole bunch of it at a surplus, and it takes the ink beautifully and watercolor. And then I sewed it to these pieces of cloth, and I am tying it up with fibers. I'll put that back on in just a minute. I tie it with different things. This is an old apron string. And it basically has a lot of the same things in it. Some pink feather there. Sewed a little pocket here. Old maps. And pretty much similar things in all of these books. I love the way this turned out. I like it a little bit ski-wampus, you know, with all the old pages everywhere, pieces of your paper lace and book pages. And the fact that it's a little off is what makes it a little more interesting and a little more credibility that maybe the fairies did you know, in fact, make these. Lots of funny tags, feathers. And I really like the way these turned out. I love this right here. This is a very expensive wallpaper that I got from an artist in the Northeast, and it's absolutely beautiful. A little bit of dyed or stained like tracing paper. It's really turned out pretty. And just many other. So basically, these are all the same. Put a few things like little danglies on some of them. That's sort of interesting. Same kind of thing. So I may not be showing all of them to you, except for maybe the covers here in a minute. But I really like the way these turned out. And that paper is from 1937. Isn't that very interesting with the old cursive, which I had to do. I had to turn in all my reports in pen and cursive, which they don't do today. And pretty much all of these have similar things in them. And I really think this one would be a fun thing to use, like maybe going on a walk in the forest. I put my name and my email address on all of these. And on some things, I just used, different things to tie them with because, you know, I wanted it to look like it's from there. So let me just show you the rest, just the covers of them. I think they turned out really pretty. I like this one because it has this little dangly thing. And a button. I love this material. This fabric came from, at this thrift store, an old, really ugly dress. But it's wonderful on here. I really like it. Same thing. These sequined butterflies came off of an old shirt, a women's blouse, like a t-shirt, and it was very interesting. If you can see that. And I've used different things to tie them with. I like this because this was also another t-shirt that I grabbed at not a yard sale, at the thrift store. I just really, really like all the little sequins in it, and it just is very pretty. I cut it at different angles and again glued it to the baker's paper that has been sprayed. Same kind of thing. Now, I'm off to take these to a local store, and I won't get a lot of money, and I'm hoping to sell similar things on eBay really soon, and I'll show you the second batch. But for right now, I have to take these to a local store along with some of the other books that I've made, and I think I've showed you some of them. And so I just wanted to do that quick video for you, and I hope you like that and continue to watch, because I have so many projects in the making that I can hardly keep up with it. And so Thank you. Give me a thumbs up and a comment. That would be great.